Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth to rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently, coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, today's lesson is titled, Why Would You Celebrate the Death of Your Brothers with a Feast? Alright, and of course this is speaking of, tomorrow. Alright, it's currently the 23rd. Tomorrow is the 24th. Alright, and, we're tonight at sundown, we're going into a new moon Sabbath. Alright, as well as it will be coming out of it tomorrow at sunset. Alright, now, tomorrow, as we said, is the so-called Thanksgiving. Okay, so while we're, alright, taking, holding this day, according to a Sabbath. All right, with of course, no buying, no selling, no working. All right, to the best of our ability, of course. All right, some brothers might have to work. All right, you sisters might have to work as well. All right, but hey, these people in the world, all right, are going to be, gathering together with families. All right, I'm sure most of them already have. All right. I'm seeing a lot of planes up in the air, all right? So a lot of people coming in, a lot of people going out, getting ready for the so-called holiday, all right? So meanwhile, while we're partaking in Sabbath, all right, we're on new moon, all right? It's not necessarily a Sabbath, but it's held like one, all right? While we're holding a high holy day, all right, these people are going to be celebrating the death of the Gadites, all right, also known as the Native American Indians, all right, which would be our brothers, okay? They would be in the northern kingdom, all right, the Gadites, all right. So regardless of what you are, all right, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, all right, whether you're whether you're Ephraim or Judah or Benjamin, all right, or whether you're Issachar, all right, or Simeon, no matter what you are, hey, we're all the 12 tribes, all right, and we're all brothers. So why would you celebrate a holiday that celebrates the death of your brothers? Okay, now you're gonna have those people that buck up and say, "Oh, well, I'm doing it because I like the food." All right, but hey, if you go and you eat food, say for example, your family invites you over. All right, you can go over there and not celebrate Thanksgiving. All right, when they ask you what to be thankful of, you can leave the room. When they do the prayer, you can leave the room. All right, you can leave. All right, and just go and visit family. All right, that's been said by the apostles and elders. If there's a holiday, all right, and your family member invites you over, all right, you can go over there just to get with the family, not to unwrap presents and do all this stuff. But if you're there, all right, you are allowed to eat the food. All right, that is a thing. All right, because some of you might be especially if you young brothers, all right, that are under the age of so-called under the age, all right, we're still living with your parents, and they basically tell you what you do and don't. All right, say if you're like 17, 16 and you happen to wake up to this truth, hey, you're just gonna have to go with that, all right, and have humility, all right, and pray to the Lord, all right, and don't partake in any of the the thanks and stuff. Hey, to the best of your ability, all right, try to keep the peace, all right, and ask Yahweh Bahashim Shai for guidance on that, all right. But in general, personally, me, all right, I don't want to be around none of that shit. All right, I was invited, all right, to go to a situation of Thanksgiving, all right, and I said I got other things, got other plans. All right, all I said was that I think we have food planned that day, all right, and that food planned is Chick-fil-A. All right, so hey, technically it wasn't a lie. We did have food planned, all right, because I'm not going to go over there. All right, especially because those people over there that invited me are Edomites. All right, I'm not going to go over there as a, and have two sides and have thanks. You got to think about what this term is: Thanksgiving, giving thanks. All right. Okay, what the hell do you have to thank the Edomites for? Okay, nothing. All right, the death and destruction of our people. All right, and obviously that's not something to be thankful over. All right, the only person we give thanks to, all right, is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, not no European settlers, colonizers. Okay, this holiday is a death holiday. Okay, so why would you celebrate the death of your brothers? Okay, or the death of your people if you're a Gadite. All right, so-called Native American, regardless of what your tribe. You know, you have the Cherokee, the Shoshone. All right, you have the my brain just went out. Cherokee, the Shoshone, the other big one that comes to mind, all right, that I can't remember, Navajo, Slovakia, Navajo, all right. Regardless of what, you know, native tribe you're coming from, the real tribe you're from is the tribe Gadite, all right, from the tribe of Israel, all right, of the 12 tribes, all right. You are one of the tribes, all right, that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, okay. So you are an Israelite, okay, regardless of what you think you are, all right. Whether you go, oh no, I'm Shoshone Indian, no, you're not, all right. No, not technically. No. Well, I'm Mexican no, you're not. That's what they call you in the world, but no, you're a Gadite. All right, you're a Gadite, and you're all Gadites. All right, at the end of the day, and the tribes. You say the tribes are different, but you all go back to Gadite. You just separate it out. All right, and you might have gotten with different people and have different customs, but you all go back to Gad. All right, you all go back to Gad. Now, again, as we said, why would you celebrate this holiday? Okay, so the first thing we want to get is, this is Insider.com, History of Thanksgiving 2017. All right, it was an article that was posted. I just looked it up. All right, real history of what really happened on Thanksgiving. Just, you know, you can type in different keywords. All right, this is one of the ones that came up. I can't remember exactly what I typed. All right, but it says here, all right, and we're halfway down, of course. We're not, there's a bunch more stuff, but we're not going to read all of it. It talks about, you know, it wasn't the first Thanksgiving, and it's a reminder of oppression experienced by the Native Americans. But we want to get right here, and maybe we'll go down. I don't think we need to, but let's just get right here. All right, let's get. All right, the Thanksgiving peace didn't last. All right, let me grab a drink. It's lucky for that. All right, the Thanksgiving peace didn't last, and there was never peace, all right, by the way, so it's bullshit, but let's just hear what they say. Massasoit, the Wampanoag paramount chief, allied with the English settlers after Plymouth was established and fought with the newcomers against the French and other local tribes, but the alliance became strained over time. It says, as thousands more English colonists moved to Plymouth, taking over more land, authorities asserted control over more aspects of Wampanoag life. Okay, it says, according to the book Historic Contact, Indian people and colonists in today's northeastern United States. All right, and if there was peace for a while, who's going to be, just like as it would say, all right, because a lot of this so-called history is bullshit that they give you. All right, if just take into account that if this did happen, all right, that, you know, it does say that it became strained over time because, you know, they started taking more land. All right, so, and that, you know, that could have happened because, you know, our people are generally peaceful, okay, and until, you know, they you know, these settlers, you know, come over and start taking all their land, all right, or start doing something to us. We're generally a peaceful people until people start fucking with us, all right. It says most aspects of Wampanoag life, according to the book Historic Contact, all right. It says a study published in the journal Quaternary Science Reviews estimated that disease had already reduced the New England indigenous population by 90% by 1620. It says the Winnipeg continued to die from what the colonists called Indian fevers, an unknown disease brought by European settlers. All right, and they say it was disease. All right, there's many. You know, Esau thinks they're slick. All right, they could have been poisoning them and doing a multitude of things. All right, it says by the time Massault's son Metacomet who was known to the English as King Philip, inherited leadership, relations had frayed. His men were executed for the murder of Punkapaug interpreter and Christian convert John Sassaman, sparking King Philip's War. Wampanoag warriors responded with raids, and the New England Confederation of Colonies declared war in 1675. The war was bloody and devastating. It says an article published in the Historical Journal of Massachusetts, the Montclair State University professor Robert E. Cray Jr. said the death toll could have been up to 30% of the English population and half of the Native Americans in New England. It says Metacomet was beheaded and dismembered, according to It Happened in Rhode Island, and colonists impaled his head on a spike to display for 25 years. So that shows you who the real fucking barbarian, brute, beast, savage is. all right? They're always like, oh, the Native Americans are savage. Well, you fucking beheaded a dude, dismembered him, which means cut his limbs off, all right, and then put his head on an impaled spike and displayed it for 25 years. Or what about those other English and other European leaders, all right, that would impale people, through the anus, all right, on spikes, all right, or impale their heads on spikes, or impale their bodies on spikes, or flay them, all right, or hung, drawn, and quarter them. They're the real fucking savages, man. All right, and these are the people you're celebrating, giving thanks to these people, and say, oh, everything's okay, everything's not okay. All right, the Most High is going to come back and put these people to death for what they've done to our people. Not only the Gadites, but the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans all together. All right, which the Gadites are the so-called Native Americans, but all of our people together. All right, he's gonna, because all of our people. All right, terrible things have been done to the Gadites. All right, the so-called Native Americans. Terrible things have been done to all Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom, which would be the so-called Latinos. All right, and all of Northern Kingdom as well, or Southern Kingdom, which would be the so-called Negroes. All right. All of our people have had terrible things done to them. At what? At the hands of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Yet, you're going to go and celebrate and have a feast over it. Okay? Now, does that seem like something that's right to do? Well, it shouldn't. All right? It said, this war was just one of a series of brutal but dimly remembered early conflicts between Native Americans and colonists in New England, New York, and Virginia. All right? So, there you go. Now, another reason, well, was that was just a certain percent. Here we go. How many natives did the colonizers kill? European settlers killed 56 million indigenous people over about 100 years in South Central and North America, causing large swaths of farmlands to be abandoned and reforested. Researchers at University College London or UCL estimate. All right. 12 million, that's bullshit, all right? There's way more than that, all right? They basically took out a large chunk of people, all right? That's what they did, all right? A large quantity, all right? And ding, 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 noise, you fucking bell should be going off. This number's a lot bigger than the small hats number, all right? Well, we were put into camps. You've killed more of us, all right? Don't fucking try to be the oppressed, all right? You're the oppressor, not the oppressed. All right, you fucking Edomites. All right, and you're stealing our heritage because you're a piece of shit. All right, and you always have to steal everything. All right, you changed everybody biblically was dark skin. All right, you don't call us dark skin anymore. You call us black. All right, and you erased our face from those things, and you put your face on it. If you look up the word Christ or the name Jesus within the Bible, who are you going to see? A white person. All right, and the name of the Savior isn't Jesus anyway. That's another thing that they did. They changed his name. All right, because his name is Yahushai. All right, the son's name is Yahushai. The son's name is Yahweh. But they changed they changed the father's name to God and the son's name to Jesus. All right, and replaced everything with the white characters. All right, that don't exist. All right, and cut the Bible in half. All right, and chopped pieces out of it, and then they gave us that to read. All right, and got rid of all the talks of salvation and what's going to happen to people that get put into captivity. They chopped all those pieces out of the Bible. All right, and gave us what they call the slave Bible. All right, and that's what we were allowed to read. That was it. Okay, that's what they've done. These people are not your friends, Jake. These so-called white people are not your friends, all right? They're Edomites that the Bible speaks of, all right? And we're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So go and look look at the parallels between Esau and Israel within the Bible, and you'll find out that they're our biggest enemy, all right? And here you are fucking giving thanks, all right? Hey, and this is why our people are fucking through, all right? Our people are through, all right? Let's get Amos 5:21. It reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Most High is not dealing with Thanksgiving. The Most High is not dealing with Christmas. The Most High is not dealing with Easter or your birthday, all right, or Valentine's Day, all right? He's not dealing with it, or Halloween, all right? He's not dealing with any of these things, all right? He despises those things. He's not going to deal with it. He's not there. He's no, oh, this is a great, that's not happening. He despises that. All right, that's why there's mass judgment that goes out on these so-called holidays. Mass judgment, all right? People blowing their goddamn brains out on Christmas. All right, the day before Christmas. Oh, Uncle Jerry's dead. Yeah, because judgment came, all right, and struck, all right, on your so-called holiday, all right? Because he despises your feast days. All right, he's not with you. Well, it's Christ Mass. It's for Christ. No, it isn't. All right, and his name's not Christ. All right. His name's not Christ, all right? When you use that term within the Bible that says Christ, it's Hamashiach, all right? And his name's Yahushai, not Jesus, all right? So you're worshiping, why would Yahushai, all right, come and be all cool with a holiday, all right, that one has Nimrod trees and pagan roots, all right, but is also in dedication to so-called Christ, all right, and Jesus Christ, when his name's not Jesus Christ, okay? Why would he be there? All right, he's not, all right, and that's why judgment comes out, all right, mass judgment on people's birthdays. You always see people getting big fights or shootout on birthdays, or, death and destruction happening on Halloween, all right, shootings or car accidents or people getting killed, all right, and the same thing on so-called Christmas, all right. He doesn't like these things, all right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai does not like these holidays. He despises them, all right. Amos 5:21, once again, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. So, hey, there you go. Straight to the point, Amos 5:21. All right, so if you fucking jakes, all right, say, oh, I didn't know that. There's been plenty of videos that have gone out, all right, about Thanksgiving, all right, and about Christmas, and with how close we are to the end, man, you don't have time to be beating around the bush anymore, all right. You gotta get with this thing, all right. You gotta get with it, all right. I'm just gonna celebrate Thanksgiving one more year. Hey, that might be your last celebration, all right, because you might be put to death, all right. So you jakes, all right, that go out and celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, all right, you're wicked as hell, and the Most High will put you to death, all right. If not then at some point, all right, lest you repent and come back and turn to the ways of your Father. All right, and start keeping the law, all right, and doing what's right in this truth, okay? So there you go. And a lot of the other things, a lot of you jakes are going to go out and fucking eat Thanksgiving hams, all right? Hams tomorrow, all right? And that's an abominable food. Not an abominable food. There's no such thing as abominable food. That's an abominable meat, all right? That's an abominable animal, pork, all right? Swine, as it's called in the Bible, okay? That's an abominable animal, yet you're going to eat it anyway, all right? Jake is really ready to die over an abominable creature, all right, because they want to be able to eat it. All right, the Most High will put you to death for eating pork. The Most High will put you to death for eating clams and mussels and lobster, all right, and crab. All right, you will be put to death for that, okay? Well, he hasn't done it yet. If not now, all right, then at some point in time, all right? That's another script, roughly paraphrasing. Because judgment isn't executed speedily, let's grab that. Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, because it's not comes fast, all right, because it's not, you don't do it, you do it then and you don't die right then and there, all right, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, fast, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Because you don't do that sin and you don't die right then and there, you say, oh, I'm gonna keep on doing it, all right, until incidents like Club Q happens, all right. We kept telling you, hey, that's wicked, it's abominable, all right, hey, don't do those things, all right, the Lord's not with you, Moses, all right. Well, nothing's gonna happen. He's not gonna put us to death. Boom! Look what happened. All right, 5 people dead. All right, and there will be more to come. There will be more to come. All right, and if you don't believe it, hey, you're gonna have to witness it. If you don't believe it, you didn't believe what happened at Club Q, and there's gonna be more of those to come. There's going to be more of those to come. Well, those are people doing it. Yeah, but they're sent at the hands of the Lord. All right, those are spirit of vengeance. All right, that the Lord has sent out. Okay, that's why whenever you ever watch those serial killer documentaries or those mass murder documentaries, and they say, "I don't know, it was in my head just saying kill and destroy, it just kept saying kill people. I don't know why. I don't even know why I did it." And they ask you, "Why did you do it? Why did you kill all those people?" I don't know. I have no idea why I did it. Because a spirit of judgment hopped on those people. They killed a bunch of people, and then it left. And now they don't know why the hell they did it, and they're sitting in a cell rotting. Why? Because it was also judgment upon them. Okay, so hey, you don't believe it? Hey, you're gonna end up, face to face with a spirit of judgment, or in a car accident with your guts spilling out, or hey, in many different ways you could wind up dead. All right, as what is it? Street teacher, Elder Manatazak from GMS South Carolina says. He says, when you wake up in a puddle of your own blood with your head next to the side of your body, don't come crying to us. All right, so hey, you've been warned. You've been warned. All right. Here it is once again. Do not celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow. There you go. You've been warned. All right. And if you do, hey, the Lord might have judgment on you. All right. If not right then, hey, at some point in time, lest you repent. All right. And don't say, well, I'm just going to do it one more time, then I'm going to repent. That's a wicked mindset. All right. That's a wicked mindset. All right. And the Lord will destroy you for that too. Trying to one up the Lord. Hey, no. He's the master chess player. It ain't going to work. He's going to say, oh yeah, you're going to do that. All right. Well, you're going to get destroyed regardless. All right, so don't try to think you slick and pull a fast one, because there's no pulling fast ones on the Lord. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 27 through 31. It reads, if any of them, all right, now this is speaking of you people that are going over there, that you have to go, or that you were invited over and you just want to see family that you haven't seen for a while. This is for you. 1 Corinthians 10 and 27 through 31. If any of them that believe not, all right, so people that aren't in this truth. So if any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you eat, eating no question for your conscience sake. If they just say, hey, go ahead and, here's the turkey. You can eat the turkey, all right? It's not wicked to eat the turkey. You're allowed to eat the food, all right? That's a thing that you're allowed to do. You're allowed to eat the food, but you're not to be holding hands, praying. All right, let's get in the second, the 28th verse. It says, but if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, all right, such as, let's pray over this food, and this is it's a sacrifice in the name of something, all right? It says, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sakes, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but for the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that which I give thanks? Whether therefore ye eat or drink, whatsoever ye do, do all for the glory of Yahweh. All right, so hey, regardless, you pray over that food, all right, not with them, all right, praying in Jesus' name, all right, you pray in your mind over the food in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right, not with them, all right. Matter of fact, when they start doing that prayer, you should just step out the room, say, I got to, don't lie, all right, but hey, if you got to go to the bathroom, that would be a good time to do it, all right. Maybe wait to go to the bathroom so you can use that as an excuse and not be lying, all right? Maybe do that, all right? Or you don't even have to, really, these people, you don't really even have to justify anything to anybody. You can just say, hey, excuse me. I need to excuse myself, all right? And they'll think, if you say, I need to excuse myself, they'll think you're going to the bathroom. Say, I need to excuse myself, all right? Because excusing, all right, is leaving. Pardon me, I need to go, all right? I need to excuse myself. Then just go sit on the goddamn toilet, man. Don't even flip the lid up. Just just sit on it, all right, or sit on the wall of the tub. Just sit there, all right. Go on your phone, all right, and after a little bit, go back, all right. That's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. Just stay away from it, all right. And you're allowed to eat the food, all right. Just pray over it in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You pray over your food. Don't pray over it with them. You pray over your food in the true name of the Father and the Son, all right. Not in that JC BS, all right. So, yes, you're allowed to eat the food, all right? It's been told to us by the apostles and elders that, yes, you are allowed to eat the food, all right? The food is not inherently wicked. It's food, okay? Unless it's an abominable animal, then it's wicked to eat, all right? But if it's turkey, you can eat it, all right? It's fine. It says, Jeremiah 10 and 1 through 5, it says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. All right, so hey, this is a heathen holiday. All right, they're celebrating it. Really, what they're doing is they're celebrating the death of our people. All right, look at how it's benefited them. Look how it's benefited our people, and look how it's benefited them. What do we got? Ghettos. All right, plantations back in the day. All right, and still have plantations. All right, modern day plantations, just your job. All right, but going back to the original plantations. Slocky, let me start this over. I didn't know there was, singing in this playlist. All right, just some random new playlist. I said Autumn Leaves. I said, you know what, that fits. Let's go with it. All right, but these people celebrated the death of our people. All right, and going back, look how they benefited. All right, going back to the plantations and the cotton picking fields. All right, and all these things. All right, and continuing on. Now you just got the modern day plantation, which is the work and the job. It's modern slavery. All right, that's modern slavery. All right, the slaves got 30-minute breaks. All right, as well. So what do you get? You get a 30-minute break or an hour. All right, if you get overtime, it's same thing. Same thing. All right, it's the same thing. All right, if you don't believe it, hey, it's not in spirit. It's not on the spirit of you to believe it. But hey, and how have we benefited? Ghettos, all right, reservations with dirty water and terrible crime rates. That's what we've benefited. We haven't benefited shit. All right, but look at these people. These people have built off the captivity of our people, the enslavement of our people. They're prospering, man. They look at them. They got yachts and big mansions and all these different things. So hey, learn not the way of the heathen. It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, dismayed, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And this is a way of the heathen, all right? Thanksgiving. That's a way of them. All right, that's their thing. All right, that's not our thing. There was no Thanksgiving. All right, biblically. All right, we didn't celebrate a Thanksgiving. All right, and why? Because first of all, that didn't happen yet, and also we would never celebrate. We would never be stupid enough. All right, to celebrate the captivity and the death and destruction of our people. All right, but our people are now. All right, our people are stupid enough now. All right, and that's why they're doing it. It says, "For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of a forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not." All right, what does that sound like? I'm not going to even tell you. What does that sound like? It says, "They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither is it in them to do good." All right, so there you go. All right, so hey, these customs are vain. All right, what does vain mean? Without effect. All right, and well, there will be effect. All right, as in death. All right, that's the only thing that you're gonna get is death. All right, this is Colossians 2:6 through 2:8. It reads, "As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushai the Lord, so walk ye in him." Okay, walk ye in him. All right, follow after the Lord. "Rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving." What? See, Thanksgiving? No, thanksgiving. All right, giving thanks. All right, to who? The Lord. All right, that's what it is. Not none of this Thanksgiving. All right, this is something different. All right, I thought you had a gotcha moment, but you didn't. It said, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men." All right. "After the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach." All right, this is a tradition of men. All right, this is a rudiment of the world, Thanksgiving. All right, it's not of Hamashiach. It's not of the Most High. All right, it's worldly. All right, it's a worldly tradition. All right, it's a tradition of men. All right, of Esau specifically. All right, because these are all Edomite holidays that they've made. All right, so these are all things of the world and not of the Most High. All right, and not of Hamashiach. All right. So what does it say about being worldly? James 4:4. It says, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High." All right. So if you're a friend of this world, I like the things in this world. I like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you're an enemy of the Most High. All right, because this world is against the Most High. Okay, this world is against the Most High. All right, this world is anti-Hamashiach. These people are anti-Hamashiach, or as the world would say, Antichrist. All right, these people are Antichrist. They are the Antichrist. All right, and we don't like using the term Christ. We say Hamashiach. All right, but you people know as that term as Antichrist. All right, we say anti-Hamashiach. All right, which would be the correct pronunciation of that. Okay, and if you're not for something, you're against it, okay? If you're not for something, you're against it. There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need to know. So if you're for this world, all right, well, the Most High isn't for this world. So if you're for this world, you're against the Most High. These people say, "Oh, well, he was always good." These people are not. No, they're evil people because they're for the world, all right? And if you're for the world, all right, you're not for the Most High, okay? It says, "Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High." There you go. All right, that's all you should need. Okay, no more of that. "Oh, well, no. You Christians, you're enemies against the Most High as well. All right, and you're worshiping a false god. Okay, this is Romans 12:1 through 2. It reads, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world." What did it say about, being worldly? All right, friendship with the world is enmity against the Most High. All right. What does it say here? It says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." All right, so what does it mean to be conformed? All right, some of you people need it broke down to you. All right, what does conformed mean? It says, conform. To comply with rules, standards, or laws. All right, to comply, and I break the law all the time. That's not what it's speaking of. All right, it's not speaking of, the law of don't drive too fast, all right, because you'll get a ticket. If Jake, you should not drive too fast because you will get a ticket. That's something we have to follow after that, all right, because Esau commanded it. But we don't have to do when it's speaking of rules and laws, all right. It's speaking of doctrines, all right. It says follow the custom or tradition, all right. We don't follow the traditions or customs of men, all right, and of these worldly people, all right. These worldly customs, we don't follow them. That's what it's speaking of. Doctrines, all right. Customs, all right. Traditions, okay. It says of a person behave according to socially acceptable conventions or standards. We aren't socially acceptable. All right, we go and say that a so-called white man, all right, is Esau Edom and he's going to be put to death. That's not socially acceptable. They don't like hearing that. All right. They don't like hearing that, all right? Society, which social society, all right, these people of the world do not like hearing that. It's not acceptable to them, all right? That's mean. That's hurtful. To them, they think that's evil, not knowing that they're the evil ones, okay? It says, be not conformed to this world. So what does it mean? Don't follow the traditions and customs, all right? And don't try to fit in, all right, to this world. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right, there you go. There you go. Okay, so let's get Romans 8:5-8, and then we'll close out. It reads, for they that are of the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. So if you're in the world, you're going to do things of the world. If you're in this truth, all right, and have the Spirit on you, you're going to do things of the Spirit, all right, and things of this truth. All right, that's how it goes. All right, worldly people are going to be worldly. All right, and godly people are going to be godly. All right, for they that are of the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Okay, and that's how it is. That's why we are a different people, all right, than these worldly people. All right, if you put a worldly Jake up against a Jake in this truth, two separate, completely different beings. One's on a low level vibration, all right, and one's pursuing righteousness to the best of their ability. We're not the same. All right, the 1/3 is completely different than the 2/3, okay? And Lord willing, we're of that number of the elect, all right, the 1/3. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, all right, carnal would be worldliness, carnal, all right, things of the flesh, all right? It says, to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, all right? So, hey, being in this truth is life and peace, all right? But being out in their world is death, all right? Death and destruction. Says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. All right, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. All right, there you go. Okay, so to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is of life and peace. So hey, all these holidays, man, lead you to your death. They're death holidays. All right, specifically the one we're speaking about today. All right, well, the one we're speaking about today that's occurring tomorrow. Okay, so Thanksgiving is wicked, all right? It's carnal, it's worldly, all right? And you're celebrating the death of your brothers if you do that, and the Most High will put you to death. If not then at some point in time, lest you repent, all right? So, hey, you Jakes, you've been warned. Don't celebrate that holiday, all right? Don't do it. That's it. Don't celebrate it, all right? There's no if, what if, no. Just don't do it. Don't celebrate it, all right? Don't celebrate it. That's all you got to do is don't celebrate the shit, all right? It's that simple, all right? So, hey, like it says in verse 6, once again, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. In verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. All right, so, hey, with that, we're going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Akakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.